Let's get into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button if you are new here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be as bad, because I don't be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about y'all. Convince me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. Can y'all see me and hear me? Let me know if y'all can see me and hear me, please. StreamYard was, I don't know, was doing something funky. Let me know if y'all can see me and hear me. Okay, y'all can? Okay, all right. Hey, Tracy. Hey, boo. Tracy's so messy. Tracy is so messy. Okay, you guys, we are not gonna be here long. I just got home. I got home. I had to get ready. Y'all know I'm going to New York tomorrow for the field trip, so I had to get my trash out and wash my dishes and finish packing, and I had to do all the things. But I wanted to come down here. You know, we did a interview before I left out of here earlier today, and then the video disappeared. And I did put on my community wall why the video disappeared, but I know for some people, they reached out to me. They were like, what happened to the video? I was watching it. What's going on? So let me explain first. Let me backtrack a little bit and explain for those who don't know what happened because you missed it all together. I did an interview earlier today with a young lady, AB, who was involved in a relationship with DJ A1, who, for those who don't know, that's Candy's DJ. He's been on, most recently, you guys would have seen him on the Speak On It she did, where she was breaking down the Tamar Braxton storyline. That guy that's in the video with her, that's DJ A1. If you used to watch Candy Coded Nights, he was on that. He's been on other Speak On It. He's the DJ for Escape. Like, he hosted Candy's I did, I do, I'm done, or however, I do, I did, I'm done. So that's who he is. That's what the interview is. And I just uploaded the video. So if you didn't catch it, it's up now. It's only on this channel though. So when the young lady sent me her receipts, I just uploaded the receipts. I looked at the receipts, but it did not register that on one of those receipts that she sent me, his actual address was on the receipt. And when I realized it, I was like, oh shoot. And I took it down as fast as I could. But I do not ever want to put people's address out like that, publicly, regardless of, you know, I don't want to do that. So I put the video on private because by the time I forgot to do it before I left the house. So I was out. I was already out of the house. So I just put everything on private. I put on my community wall. that I needed to edit the video, and I would re-upload it later on, and which is what I did. I came home. Now, my editing skills are like at a 0. So literally all I did was just cut off the end of the video, but it was only like 4 minutes. The good thing is that I showed the receipts at the end. So it literally just cuts off at the point where I'm showing the receipts. It cuts off. So if you're watching it and it just abruptly ends, that's why. Thank you, Miss Bait Thing. Thank you for the 200 joules. So if you were in there earlier, you know that the last few minutes we were just kind of affirming the young lady and letting her know, look, life be lifing. Most of us, not everybody, but most of us have been a fool for love, and it is what it is. You didn't miss any tea. You didn't miss any juice. You got all of it. You know, the 27 minutes that y'all got is pretty much what it was. So if you're watching it again, that's why it abruptly ends. I don't know how to say is this. My mods should have been, and I trust my mods. My mods were only blocking people who were being rude. If it is okay to say, hey, there are two sides to every story, because there is. It's okay to say, I don't believe her, because you don't have to. But there were people in the chat that were being rude and that were, at the end of the day, when somebody is coming up here telling their story, you don't have to believe their story. You can think that they made some dumb decisions. You can say, I'd have never done that dumb shit. That's fine. But what I'm not going to do is I never want people to feel like this is not a safe space. So do I have this on membership only? Why are the only people talking lit up in green? Hold on. Is this a members only chat, y'all? Because I don't mean for it to be. Or is this just some StreamYard shit? Okay, no, okay, there it is. It just seemed like everybody that was talking was lit up in green. Okay, all right, no problem. I see other people now. So at the end of the day, if you were blocked in error, if you were blocked because you were like, well, all I said was that I didn't agree with her or I didn't believe her. If you were blocked, not timed out, but if you were blocked, please let me know and I'll unblock you. Again, I didn't want anybody to be blocked if they were, but I saw some rude comments and I told my mods, if somebody is being rude, handle it. I did that. So I need you to be honest with yourself. If you were saying something that was rude, that might be why you were timed out or you were blocked. Again, if all you said was, well, I don't agree, or there are two sides to every story, that shouldn't have gotten you blocked. Okay. So again, my mods were on high alert. I asked them to be, because again, I had already talked to this young lady and I already knew her story. And I already knew that there were going to be some people that were going to be like, oh, hell no. Because, there's some people out here who act like they ain't never been through nothing. There's some people who act like they ain't never made a bad decision. They ain't never dated the wrong person. They ain't never gave somebody money and didn't get it back, or they ain't never been cheated on. Like, there's some people who act like it ain't never happened to them, And so those are the ones that'll be like, oh, hey, this is just why would you? And that's what I'm talking about. So again, if you got blocked, not timed out, because I can't do nothing about this. I mean, you were timed out. It was what it was. But if you got blocked, let me know. But I really don't think, I think it was only one person that got blocked. Let me say this. Tracy, shut up. I can't stand her. I can't stand her. She was and is genuinely hurt. Now, and what I'm getting ready to tell you guys, I've already told her, because I told her I don't want you to be blindsided, and I let her know what was said. So literally, I didn't even get out the house good when people started reaching out to me. So there were people who are friends with DJ A1, family members with DJ A1 that literally were blowing me up. Like, I talked to a few people tonight. Again, there's always two sides to every story, right? And one person was like, hey, he knows about the interview. People have sent it to him. People have reached out to him and basically what he's saying, and this is his side of the story, and I want to be fair, and I want to just tell you again, we don't have to believe him, we don't have to agree, just like you don't have to believe her, but there are two sides to every story, so I'm going to share with you guys what he said. And again, I've talked to AB, she knows what he's saying, she's not going to be blindsided by this. What he's saying is that she's a stalker. What he is saying is that he only dated her for 4 months. What he is saying is that she's lying. What he is saying is that she got mad when she saw him with his girlfriend, and that's why she's doing all of this. Now, let me be very clear. Again, it's two sides to every story. That's his side of the story. Just like y'all don't have to believe her, you don't have to believe him. What I said to one of the people that I spoke to tonight was, okay, if that's his version of the story, that she's a stalker and that they only knew each other for 4 months, then my question would be, why did you take the money? Why did you take the money? I saw the receipts. Now, I'm not about to sit here and play a detective and see if it was AI and all that. No, but I saw multiple transfer receipts, I saw multiple Zelle receipts for a lot of money. A lot of money. So my question is, if you have only known this woman for 4 months and this woman was a stalker, why did you take her money? Now, somebody could say, well, she only sent you messages of her sending the money. You don't have messages. Maybe he did send it back. You're right. Maybe he did. You said you only dated her for 4 months, yet you said she got mad when she saw you with your girlfriend. So did you have a girlfriend the whole time? Let's just go by his version of the story. You only knew her for 4 months. When did you get a girlfriend? Because by his own admission, again, according to what I was told. Now, again, I can't verify that this information came from him. I can only go by what people told me. So I'm sharing with you. I'm being transparent. I'm sharing with y'all what was shared with me. Assuming that this really came from him, if you only knew her for 4 months, when did you get a girlfriend? Did you have a girlfriend the whole time you were dating her, those whole 4 months? When did you get a girlfriend? Messy Missy said he's been with the chick he's with for years. Okay, so then if you were dating her for 4 months, that means you were cheating on your girlfriend, right? Again, I don't know. Now, what I did tell a person that I spoke to, I said, listen, I know that he has access to way bigger platforms than mine. But if he wants to come down and tell me his side of the story, it's available to him. I will give him the same opportunity that I gave AB. I'll let him tell his story. I'll let him send me his receipts. He may not want to. He may not care enough, and that's fine. But again, I'm being transparent with the tribe. I said he can come down. I'll do an interview. I'll give him the same platform, time, opportunity. If he want to send me receipts showing that, by all means. By all means. You know what? Kim has been cutting up. Kim, you was cutting up earlier today. I saw you. I was trying to keep a straight face, but Kim was cutting up the whole time. Talking about that man. Talking about is he allergic to a brush and lotion, sir? Kim, Kim. Now I will say this. Hold on. Did I delete it? Hold on. Let me see. I don't want to show the picture of his Ooh, I deleted it. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. Because I will show y'all something. I'm not going to show the one with his address on it again, but I do want to show something. Okay. Now I'm gonna be honest and tell y'all, and if y'all were watching if you watched the video, you saw what I had, my questions that I asked. I 100% believe that he had a girlfriend. There was nothing, there's no doubt in my mind. You could tell by the question I asked her. I asked her point blank, do you know if he's married or has a girlfriend? She said to her knowledge, no. And that every time she brought it up, he told her, don't ask me that. To me, I was like, well, there's your answer. You know, there's your answer right there. If you ask a man if he's married or has a girlfriend and he won't answer the question, to me, that's the answer, right? I also asked, did you think you were his girlfriend? And she said no. So I honestly believe that he has a girlfriend. Absolutely, I believe that. There's no doubt in my mind that he has. I thought he was married. If you want to know the truth of the matter, I thought the man was married. Is the interview over? Yeah, I already did the interview earlier today. So, you know, again, she did not want to tell her story for people to be like, she said it was a cautionary tale. She knew she was vulnerable. Not vulnerable. She knew she was being stupid. Like, on the back end of it, she's embarrassed. You know, she said her sister cussed her out, told her she was being a fool. Like, she's not naive to any of that, right? But the flip side is, do I think he took advantage of the situation? I do. I do. I don't know it to be a fact. I don't know it to be a fact. But I believe it. You know, but I don't know it to be a fact. And again, if he wants to reach out, I will give him the same opportunity to speak his piece. He may choose not to. It may not be that serious for him. He may not care. You know, this is a small platform. You know, this ain't Tasha K. You know, I don't have 1 million subscribers that it's going to get to all these people. It's a small platform. You know, so it is what it is. But I wasn't going to be here long, but I did want to give you guys that information. That woman needed to release it. Yeah. And that's what she said. She said she just wanted to tell her story. She just wanted to tell her story. And I gave her a platform to tell it. You know, she showed me. I mean, I did ask her. I'm not going to tell you guys everything we talked about, but I did ask her certain questions that really led me to believe, oh, this man was just, you know what I mean? Once you read the text message, I felt like he took advantage, but she went on with an emotional blindfold. I'm gonna tell y'all what I really think it boils down to. This is my 2 cents. This is how I feel about it. And again, I know some people ain't never been hurt. Some people ain't never been a fool for love. Some people ain't never did no dumb shit for love. Okay. So for y'all, I'm gonna put y'all over there to the side. Congratulations. You ain't never been a fool for love. But I have. And at the end of the day, and I'm gonna speak from a woman's perspective because that's who I am. I'm a woman who dates men. So I'm gonna speak from a woman's perspective who dates men. I can't speak for men who date women. I can't speak for women who date women or men who date men. I can speak for my perspective as a woman who dates men, right? Sometimes you get caught up in the idea of what you think the relationship is going to be. It doesn't always mean that somebody promised you something. It doesn't always mean that somebody lied to you. Sometimes you get caught up in the idea of what you want it to be. And so you do things to create a space because you want him to feel like you're the person I want to be with, because look, you are the perfect person. You are the best. You are that woman. You want to, every time he come to your house, you're going to make sure that house is clean. You're going to cook his favorite food. You're going to wear, oh, he loves me in blue. I'm going to wear blue every time I see him. She said that he told her he likes women with long hair. So she made sure the next time she saw him, she had her hair long. Like, that is what again, if you ain't never been a fool for love, I ain't talking to you. You can go sit over in the corner right now. I'm talking to those of us who have been fools for love. We do it. We do. And I'm going to go on and tell y'all, I'm giving a man money. Baby, I done fucked up my credit behind a man. I'm gonna tell you the worst thing I've ever done for a man. And again, because I ain't rich, so I don't have the kind of money that other people may or may not have. But let me tell you the worst. Let me tell you the dumbest thing I've ever done for a man. I got a cell phone. And this was back in the day. This was back in the day. This was right after I graduated from college. This when you still had to pay for your minutes. If you called somebody before, not you only had a certain number of minutes per month. And if you called somebody before 9:00, baby, I got somebody. I let somebody remember. Listen, just let you know how long ago it was, baby. It was a Sprint account. Okay. I gave somebody a cell phone on my Sprint account. My credit was good. They said, oh, you can have up to 4 lines. My dumbass gave this dude, at the time, he was my boyfriend at the time, gave him a cell phone on my account. Y'all already know how that story ends, right? Y'all know how that story ends, right? $900 phone bill. Yeah, I still remember how much it was. $900 phone bill. In my name. He ain't never give me no money. So at the end of the day, I can empathize because I've done it. And I think sometimes it's so easy for us to see things clearly when our emotions aren't attached to it, when we're not trying to make something out of nothing. It's easy for us to see it when we're not in it. It's easy to see it when you're not the person that is in love or thinks you're in love with somebody. It's clear. It's black and white. It's clear as a bell. It's like, huh? What? How could you do that? Well, he asked you for money and he didn't pay that back. And then he asked you for more money. And then the man said his water was cut off. Whether he was lying to her or not, what he knew was he was going to keep asking as long as she kept sending. And like she said, the minute she told him no was the minute that he stopped calling her. According to her version of the story. The minute she said, well, no, I have some other things I got to take care of. I need to take care of that first. And I see what I can do. Oh, he had no more use for her. And she's upset. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. And again, I ain't saying nothing to you that I ain't said to her. She is so upset because there's a part of her that's still holding on. I'm not saying she's holding on to wanting to be with him, but there's a part of her that is still holding on to the idea that it was real and she wasn't as big of a fool as she feels like she is. Because again, been there and done that. Been there and done that. There's a, there's a part that's still holding on. Still holding on. But you know what? The only thing that cures that is time. The only thing, listen, there's no pill. Listen, in the famous songs of the famous words of the songwriter, if there's a cure for it, if there's a remedy, okay, there isn't one. If there's a pill that we could take, baby, we'd all take that pill. Because we've all needed to take that pill at one point in time. The only thing that's going to cure it is time. She'll be all right. It's going to hurt a little bit. It's still fresh. This just happened. This just happened. It's still fresh. She'll be okay. She's going to be good. And like Kim told her earlier today, Kim said, don't stop being the person you are. Just raise your standard next time. You're the right person for a different man. He wasn't the man. He wasn't the one. There's a man that's going to appreciate who she is, but he's going to be a man that's worthy to receive what she's giving. And we all learn that with time. Some of us still in that space. We just don't want to admit it right now. It's 87 of y'all in here. Some of y'all still in that space. You just don't want to admit it right now. But for those of us who have gotten on the other side of that hump, baby, it's just time. It's just time. So I wanted to, again, I wasn't going to be here long. Y'all know I'm getting ready to go out of town. If I hear any more, I'll share it with you guys. If anybody else reaches out to me, if anybody got something else they want to add to the story, I will share. You know what, Kim? Kim says she needs some other ding-a-ling in her life. Okay. Whatever help you get over it, honey. Whatever helps you get past it and over it. Okay. Whatever helps you get past it and get over it. But and again, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I'll let y'all know. If anybody else reaches out, if anybody else has anything to say, I'll let y'all know. But I feel like this is probably going to be the end of it. If he chooses to speak on it, which I think he won't. I really don't think he's going to say anything. I think it's going to be a blurb and he's going to move on. But if he does choose to say anything, we'll come down here and talk about it. But I don't think he will. Especially if he does have a girlfriend and all of those things. He ain't got nothing to say. Because, and I'm going to tell you why. Because if I were on his PR team, I would tell him don't say nothing. Why? Why respond? Why respond? So with that being said, thank y'all for coming back through. Again, I apologize if you were watching the video and it cut off. That's the reason why I did not realize when I looked at the receipt, I honestly did not pay attention to the fact that his address was on there until we were looking at it. Like I was in the middle of the live. And so I never want to put people's personal information out there like that. And so that's why I cut that part off. So my apologies. And my sincere apologies to DJ A1. I never wanted to put anybody's personal information out. I was just showing her receipts. So yeah. So there's that. With that being said, y'all, I'm out of here. I was gonna try to give y'all another review. I'm still not done watching. Y'all, I'm telling you. Okay, so here's the thing. I've watched all of the episodes of Bell Collective. I just haven't watched the reunion. So at this point, I'm just gonna probably just do the reunion and we'll just talk about what happened at the end of the season. And it really wasn't nothing major other than Carrie was getting on my damn nerves and then the wedding. But for the most part, it wasn't really too much more that went on them last 3 episodes, if I'm being honest. So I'll do that. Next Gen NYC. I'm not done watching those episodes. Y'all, I still haven't watched Raising Kanan because I listen, it was spoiled. The problem is that it was spoiled for me, so I know what happens and I don't want to see it. But I'm gonna have to put on my big girl panties and just watch it. So we'll do Raising Kanan. We'll probably do Raising Kanan on Monday. We'll probably do that on Monday. We will do we will do Real Housewives of Atlanta Sunday night. I'll be back Sunday morning, so we'll do that Sunday night. Heart and Hustle Houston may do that on Sunday. And we should be able to get caught up. Y'all know the next 2 weeks I'm out of town, this weekend and next weekend, so there will be no Beyond the Gates until the weekend after next. That's the next time y'all gonna get Beyond the Gates from me. JB might be doing his own thing on his channel. I'll let you guys know. I'll ask him and let you guys know. But you won't be getting it from me this weekend or next weekend. So the weekend after that, we'll all be, we'll jump in then. And I should be all caught up. Thank you, Edwina. Hey, boo. Thank you so much. Thank you. Always show love from Minnesota. Thank you. I was going to say Minneapolis. But you always show love from Minnesota. Thank you. So, yeah, with that being said, y'all, listen, I'm doing my end of the summer thing, child. I didn't even realize I was booking myself 3 weeks in a row, but it is what it is. But with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Mwah, peace.